Hey everyone, we are in the beautiful Wayrest Mages Guild Hall, and we need to talk to Velast, as Shalador said.
Shalador found you. Good to see you again. I've deciphered the spell inside the book. Are you prepared for Sheogorath's first test?
Yes, I'm ready.
Excellent. It's been fascinating to work with Shalador. Even though he can't read the book, he's been an invaluable resource. I had to decipher layers upon layers of meaning hidden within the tome.
Shalador is here then?
Yes, speak with the Archmage. He's meditating on the challenges ahead. I'm still somewhat drained from my effort, so he'll open the portals to the Shivering Isles for you.
Thank you, Velast.
Ariel, watch your steps. I'm very excited about this project. Shalador's sanctuary would be a boon to every mage in Tamriel. Even Guildmaster Vanus approves of our work here.
What can you tell me about the book?
I'm so glad you asked. On the surface, it's a simple book of nursery stories from the Dunmerland of Stonefalls. But that's just on the surface.
There's more to it than the children's stories?
So much more. Each story has hidden meanings, clever references to arcane lore, twisting and turning into the depths of history. It was fascinating to fully unlock the secrets of the book. Sheogorath may be a madman, but he's also a genius.
Do you know anything about where I'm going?
Not much. We tried to scry into oblivion to get a sense of the place. I couldn't see anything, but I was swept up in a strong sense of homesickness.
Where are you from?
I came of age where most high elves do, the beautiful green shores of the Somerset Isles. I often think of the pink petals and soft breezes of my own land. I'm not sure why those memories return to me today, though.
Okay, this is probably a Mages Guild Daily. I'll just pick it up.
The Order of the Eye could use your assistance. Daedric relics cursed by Sheogorath have begun to appear throughout the lands. Do you dare defy the Mad God and recover one such relic? If you aren't too busy, of course.
Tell me about the relic.
Legends say Malakath plucked the Mad God's lost button from Sheogorath's doublet. Followers of Malakath consider it an abomination. The Order tracked it to the Obsidian Scar in Rivenspire, where it is sought by Malakath's worshippers. Find it before they do.
I'll find the relic and return it to you.
The brazier is ready. Velast prepared it precisely, according to my instructions, of course.
What's the brazier for?
We're having trouble opening a portal directly there, so we created this anchor to help us. Some trickery of Sheogorath's, no doubt. The next time around, I'm sure this won't be an issue.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Ah, right on time. Welcome back.
Let's go.
I was beginning to wonder if you'd ever show up. My lord seems to derive amusement from my annoyance. You are here to retrieve a tome for that Shalador person, correct?
Yes, where can I find it?
Just a moment, mortal. Lord Sheogorath asks that you perform a task first, to prove your competence. He claims to have misplaced a pair of items. Items you must recover.
What items?
A fork and a staff. Please do try to be quick. My lord enjoys making me wait, but he's not very patient himself. I've opened a portal for your convenience. It should lead you directly to the fork.
Fork and a staff. Got it.
I'd say at your leisure, mortal, but I expect I have more time ahead of me than you do.
Where will this portal take me?
My lord is certain he lost his utensil somewhere in Skyrim. It was during a visit to his friend Korthor in Vuldengrav. That was during the Merethic era, I believe.
The Merethic era?
My lord visited with Korthor a very, very, very long time ago. Really, what do they teach mortals these days?
Can you tell me anything about this fork?
It's an heirloom. My lord is quite fond of it. Has a bit of magic around it too, I think. I don't know. I don't question Lord Sheogorath.
What kind of magic?
The fork excites and synergizes magicka around it. When held in the hand of someone more notable than yourself, it can produce dramatic results. In your hand, it might be suitable for conveying roast beef to your mouth.
Goodbye. Okay, so I haven't done this in a very, very long time. Sheogorath's staff is usually the Wabbajack, and the fork is the fork of horripilation. Usually. We'll see what it is now.
You never forget that smell. A dragon priest's tomb. Look at the treasures he's collected. Perhaps the fork is here as well. That chest. Perhaps the fork is in there.
You dare steal from me, Crick Bot Crin.
Ah, Corridor's
My
awake.
priests will make quick work of you. Lafdinoki.
The shadows move, Adept. Watch yourself. Eyes to the sky. Another group.
Worthless. No matter. Come, face me yourselves.
There. The ice barrier's down. We can get through.
Ah, there you are. The fork is mine. That shall not happen, dear. Strike now!
Come, mortal. Let's not waste time, shall we?
I'm trying to... Let's see. Oh, it didn't actually give me a real fork, huh? Or is this the fork? Be the fork. Are we about to get forked?
I see you have the fork. Competently done. Impressive, even.
Yes, I have it. What now?
Now, for the staff. When last we spoke, my lord recalled the discomfort of desert sand. I believe it lies somewhere within Hammerfell, in the dry and decayed hands of Prince Malil.
Prince Malil?
Prince Malil Alakir, the Sith of Yokuda, a formidable warrior in his day. That was over 1,000 years ago, but still.
I'll get the staff from the prince.
As I expected, another resting place for the dead. Sheogorath has a sick sense of humor.
What is this place?
This is the necropolis, Asakala, the resting place of Prince Malil, also known as the Scythe of Yokuda. The prince's underlings were clever. They crafted magical seals to guard his resting place.
And you know how to get past them?
Observe the Yokudan statues. Each bears a crystal in the helm and a seal at the base. The essences you see swirling around in the air here, their energy can be used to unlock those keystones.
How do I capture them?
Here, I can grant an aura that will allow you to capture the essences as they pass through you. Collect as many of the small ones as you can. They should unlock these scarab seals on the statues nearby. I'll need to consider the other two. This place is incredible. The ancient Red Guards were a noble and accomplished people. Have the
Stay
essences.
buried next
Imbue
time.
them into one of the scarab seals.
Who dares disturb my slumber?
Good. Now to collect 4 more. Final 4. Imbue them into the other seal.
You'll never best my generals.
For such a superstitious, mage-hating people, this place is a work of art.
What do we do about the other 2 statues?
Have you observed the sand barriers on those passages in the canyon walls? I suspect the prince's generals may be waiting within. Their essences would no doubt be more than enough to activate the other 2 statues.
His generals? How do you know this?
Very simple, Adept. The seals at the bases of those statues show a scorpion and a spider. Those were the spirit totems claimed by Malil's chief generals, Sadina and Rashomta.
Let's go get them then.
My life for Malil.
Can you really give your life when you're already dead? I mean, what a boring afterlife.
Rashomta's statue will be marked with the spider seal.
I mean, to have to spend your whole life your whole undeath in that room. I'd really rather just be dead.
A lucky feat, mortal. The staff is still
Okay,
mine.
I might need to repeat this lady.
You'll never reach Malil.
Thankfully.
Sedina's statue should have the scorpion seal at its base.
Fortunately, it didn't seem to boot me all the way up. Okay.
The crystals hum with power. Go to the center. You should find the key to Prince Malil's tomb there.
You dare open my tomb? Come then, and feel the scythe's blade! The staff is mine!
I'd guess Haskell will be waiting outside.
Besha
Let's go.
Azura, Besha!
Another successful retrieval, I
Yes,
see.
here's the staff.
Very well, then. I've instructions to have you return to the Isles. My lord would have a word with you. Ah, right on time. Welcome back.
Look, Haskell! Farkey's back! Oh, it's so nice to see him again! Oh, good to see you too, Mortal, I guess.
Yes, here they are.
Wonderful! I'll just take... Forky. Oh, I've missed you so much, Forky. Let's never be parted again. Oh, gives me goosebumps just to hold him in me hand again.
What about this staff?
Ah, the Wabbajack! Malil held it down in that dusty tomb for so long. Say, why don't you clear its throat? Take it in hand and use it on some of these holier-than-thou temple types.
What am I signing up for?
No need to worry, you pretty mortal head. The Wabbajack, it unleashes the potential in everyone. The unrecognized essence of artistic beauty that swells and beats within the... Look, you want the book? Whack some folks with the Wabbajack!
If you insist. So yeah, Fork of Horpulation and Wabbajack, no doubt. Oh, do I need to equip it? Wabbajack, hey honey. Alright. Yeah. Okay. So they are cheese. You can see. I turned her into cheese. Turned him into cheese. Oh. No fun that you guys are immune.
Expertly done, Tamit.
You're not a person, are you? Yes, you are. Thought you were a statue.
Show me your claws.
Turn them into a statue. There's the book.
A bit rusty, but not bad. So funny watching you mortals muck around with things you can't possibly understand. I'll be needing that back now.
Here it is.
And as promised, the book. Well, go ahead. Take it.
Thank you.
Once it's yours, it'll send you straight back to Tamriel. Funny how books have a way of transporting you. No? Oh. Simply hold your breath, close your eyes, and count to, let's say, 1,000,000.
All right. Circus of cheerful slaughter. Happiness is loneliness. Happiness is loneliness. Happiness is... Yes. It's all happiness is loneliness. Some loneliness is happiness. And a lot of misspelling.
Fewer people staring at me than I anticipated. What a strange time you live in.
Ah, you've returned. Do you have the second book?
Yes, here's the book.
Excellent. The Circus of Cheerful Slaughter? That's quite a title. I'll begin my research immediately. Can't wait to get to it.
All right. Book over here, The Mysteries of Moravargalis. Scholars have studied the Iliad ruins of Tamriel for generations, but they still remain shrouded in mystery. The treasures the Iliads allegedly left behind have attracted both the intrepid and the foolish. Some ruins are best left unexplored. The Mages Guild has long sought to study a particular Iliad site known according to old Iliad records as Moravargalis. Upon approaching its engraved arches, the first expedition wrote that they could detect a sense of wrongness about the very stones of the place. Those who remained at Moravargalis for a significant time spoke of strange dreams and mad whispers that tugged at the edges of their sanity. Very little was discovered at the ruins as a result of the disturbances, and the dig was eventually abandoned. Further expeditions became ill-advised. When the ruin was infested with goblins in 2E 545, the Bone Snap tribe occupied Moravargalis and the surrounding environs so thoroughly that dislodging them would have required a very difficult undertaking. Naturally, it is impossible to ascertain whether the goblins experience any effects similar to those reported by the expedition team. It bears mentioning as well that if any valuables or secrets of the Iliad remain, they have almost certainly come to ruin at the hands of the Bone Snap tribe. Signature script, resource restore. Okay. Adds resource restoration to a scribe skill when written to a grimoire. Okay. Alright. Main quest. The Tharn Speaks. Abner Tharn seeks an audience with me away from the Harbridge. I should see what he wants. A small, dated creature told me to go to the Daggerfall Mages Guild to meet Abner Tharn. It must be one of Tharn's servants. Was an imp.
I think I read about this place in a book from my time. It is quite different from what I recall. Perhaps I misremember. Pay me no mind.
Okay. Looks like there is... Oh, yeah, okay. There's a book in there because we haven't done that quest yet. Alright, over here... Let's see if I can find this envelope that is brown colored. Someone just leave a pie lying around? I mean, yeah. And otherwise it's gonna go to waste, right? Okay, I do not see a book. So perhaps some other time.
Kenarthi's blessings upon this find.
Keep to your business.
No sudden moves now.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Forgotten Tome. This book appears to be blank. Well, that de-escalated quickly. When will I come a-courtin'? When will I come a-courtin' all to the Schornheim maids? I'll have a cart as all full of silk and ribbons for their braids. And wandered he all through the plains searching for his bride, but Akatosh has cast him out and sanctioned for his pride. One crown to glory bring, but only blood and death to show them. One crown to glory bring, where Rancer's folly died. Yikes.
Ah, excellent. You got my message. Apparently that little creature isn't completely useless. Banekin can be such children. I hope you've nothing pressing. We could be here a while.
Tharn, why are you dressed like that?
I can't be strutting around the city wearing my imperial regalia, can I? Your concern about my fashion sense is touching but irrelevant. I've called you here for a reason. If we are to determine a course of action, we need more information.
What are you talking about?
By now, it should be clear your prophet Emperor brought these catastrophic events upon us. Everything that transpired is his fault.
I'm supposed to say Manimarco deceived him, it wasn't his fault, but I don't actually believe that. I agree with Tharn here. I'm kind of stuck. But I'm going to nod my head yes while saying this. Manimarco deceived him. Oh, I'm also going to say it really sarcastically. But Manimarco deceived him. It wasn't his fault.
Granted. Menimarco can be very persuasive and charismatic when he wants to be. We all believed him when he said we could change Varen's bloodline with the Amulet of Kings.
Then why do you blame Varen?
You saved Varen's life when you rescued him in Cold Harbor. In return, he lied to you about his true identity and his part in causing the Soul Burst. He manipulated you from the very start. Perhaps the better question is, why don't you blame Varen?
I agree with Tharn. If it was not done out of any altruism or to save the Empire, he wanted power. He got power by slaughter. He became emperor by slaughter, which is how emperors become emperors. Let's be clear. That's how, Talos did it also. But, I mean, you'd think that he would ask someone else. Triangulate a little bit. Hey, theoretically, if I were to do blah, do you think I'd destroy the world? Just tell me why you called me here.
Varen wants to assemble a new group of companions in the vein of the original 5. Claims it fulfills a prophecy in those wretched scrolls of his. Superstitious nonsense, but he is quite correct on one point. We need to find Sai Sahan.
Why is Sai Sahan so important?
In the chaos following the Soul Burst, Sahan stole the Amulet of Kings and fled the Imperial City. We're going to need that relic, and he is the only one who knows its current location.
Where is Sai Sahan now?
He was captured by Menimarco's agents and taken to an undisclosed location. We need to find out where he's being held.
What do you need me to do?
Menimarco keeps his most secret documents at Norvalk, a hidden lair of Daedric cultists in the Stormhaven countryside. We must travel there and search for clues.
I'll set out at once and meet you there.
Travel to Stormhaven's eastern reaches and look for the Norvalk ruins. I will be waiting for you inside.
You know what? I probably know the answers, but I love the voice actor. I'm going to ask him, stop opening books.
Travel to Stormhaven's eastern reaches and look for the Norvalk ruins. I will be waiting for you inside.
I like talking to Alfred Molina. I have some questions.
If I can endure Titanborn's inane prattle, I can survive your assuredly erudite elucidations. Proceed.
Yay! I don't know why I like being eloquently insulted, but I do. One of my favorite companions was HK-47 and Knights of the Old Republic, and all he did was insult me the entire time, and I loved it. But it's because it's witty. Tell me more about yourself.
Well, if you must pry, I am Chancellor to the Elder Council and Overlord of Nibene. But of all my titles, the greatest is my family name, Tharn. We are the greatest of the noble houses, with seats at the imperial court for countless centuries.
A family of politicians?
Politicians? A grossly inadequate word to describe our duties and our legacy. The Tharns have a storied history of advising kings and emperors that can be traced back to the First Era. We understand the ebb and flow of power.
What will happen to you now?
Ah, there's the rub. With my untimely defection, my family will likely be divested of its holdings. The name Tharn is probably being stricken from every document in the Imperial archives as we speak. I detest being on the wrong side of history.
Have you really lost everything?
Don't sound so smug about it. This is a setback, nothing more. By allying with you, I will liberate the Empire from Menimarco's grip. The Empire is all that matters to me. I will do what I must to ensure its survival.
Isn't your daughter the Empress Regent?
Clivia. She is comfortably lodged in Menimarco's pocket, along with my nephew, Javad. I doubt they've given my disappearance a second thought. Ah, fair Clivia. My charming girl grew to be a ruthlessly ambitious woman. I taught her well.
Yeah, I don't enjoy being insulted when it's just, crude, but I do enjoy artful insults. Let's see if I can get... get there before it collapses. Oh wow, am I the only one here? I'm not sure I can solo one, but let's find
Summon
out.
the blood sacrifice.
Let Cold Harbor remake Nern in its own image.
I'm not solo, but...
Raji Bhavani.
Betutet Amkaus Ranu. Time to torture some mortals. Aid me! Nothing you can do will end this.
Hey. Back to our regularly scheduled mayhem. And it looks like there's a lore book that I galloped on by. See the little blue glow? Ebony Blade History. To anyone reading this, beware this blade. It has corrupted and perverted the desires of great men and women, yet its power is without equal. To kill while your victim smiles at you. Only a Daedra most foul could have concocted such a malevolent and twisted weapon. It appears that all who wield it end up with the crazed eyes of those wild men who roam the hills, chattering with rabbits. It is not to be trifled with. Not even the hottest fires of the Sky Forge could melt it. Indeed, the coals themselves seemed to cool when it was placed within. We cannot destroy it, and we would not have it fall in the hands of our enemies, so we keep it hidden, never to be used. Woe be to any who choose to take it. So I immediately look for a sword. As you know, I'd take it. And all I see is a hoe. Mining pick buried in the ground.
Beef's up!
This place smells worse than the harborage.
In dreams we awaken. In dreams we awaken. Her reveries call to us from across Tamriel. Her dreams have shown us a true world. A far better world than the one you know. Yep, Vermina. Vermina lights the sky of our world. Vermina is the stars of our world. 1,000 truths are 1,000 lights in the night sky. The wakeful world is full of suffering and starvation. It is a world of lies. We have come from all corners of this broken world to gather, as dreamers of a new, brighter age. She's called us here to Stormhaven. She's awakened us to a better world. We will leave this world of lies behind us. Some cannot comprehend these simple truths. They do not understand her dreams as we do, for they are not true dreamers. She calls to the mighty and the humble, yet those who are found wanting are cast down into madness. Awaken, sleeper. Ascend, dreamer. Seek her in dreams and join us. We await you. Yeah, Vermina's bad news. Okay.
Like twin moons! I sense Jock and suspected mischief. This is a nice surprise.
Orders, Norfolk Ruins. We've heard rumors that the Iliad ruins sit unplundered in the hills near Wind Keep. Follow Gargak the Knight. He will lead you to them. We must claim these ruins and discover the ancient secrets within, for the dreamers. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. It's just not a good idea. Dream of 1,000 dreamers. Vermina, dream of 1,000 dreamers, revelation of endless elation, beacon for lost souls, bliss for strong souls, madness for weak souls. Vermina. So we're discovering Daedric, kinda haiku.
You will not break me, King of Worms!
I can and I shall. Where is the Amulet of Kings?
You cannot break the will of a son of Yakuda. I spit on you!
So, Sai-Sahan is alive and he has not been broken. An important piece of the puzzle, to be sure, but where is he being kept?
The unbreakable Redguard. For all of his self-doubt, Sai-Sahan has proven monstrously difficult to break. Perhaps the years of physical training he endured to condition his body made the tortures of the flesh pale in comparison. Likewise, threats of bodily harm to friends and acquaintances have no effect. He merely closes his eyes and promises to avenge them. So deftly he pulled the Amulet of Kings from the fingers of Varen's withering husk amidst the chaos of the soul burst, and then he was gone. A fleeting shadow in the night. I must have it back if I am to enact the final stage of my plan. Since that day I have played a waiting game as Molag Bal's plane meld continues unabated. For the time being, this works to my advantage, but I must find the amulet before the plane meld concludes, or my plan is doomed to failure. I would tear this continent apart stone by stone if I had to, but for now, I shall be patient. Sai-Sahan cannot endure these tortures forever. He will break, and the Amulet of Kings will be mine once again. I think if you'd been doing this for years, that maybe it's not working out the way you'd like it to. Okay.
Chim El Adabal, the amulet of the kings of glory, an artifact of the divines, a badge of office for the ruling emperors of Cyrodiil, and the key to my ascendancy. Yet it eludes me. Exploiting its power to bring about the calamity of our age was intoxicating. It made me aware of the limitless possibilities available to one strong enough and fearless enough to use it to achieve his own ends. The amulet has the power to create or destroy, but it also has the power to undo the damage caused by the soul burst, to mend the tear in the barrier between Nirn and Oblivion. I must recover it before some fool fixes that which must remain broken.
He knows of our plan to use the amulet to set things right. We must rescue Sai Sahan before he can be broken.
I am that fool. The Chim Al-Adabal. The amulet of the kings of glory, pendant of the red diamond Chim Al-Adabal, Ayleid relic of divine investiture. Oh, it is not Ayleid. Yeah, it's not Ayleid. In fact, it was used to protect from the Ayleids. Ayleid relic of divine investiture. Whatever myths exist concerning its creation, this much is fact. As a vessel of Akatosh's will, it is tied to him in a very real way. The corruption of the Dragonfire ritual was a taxing endeavor. I spent weeks inscribing the glyphs and preparing the incantations that Aquilarius foolishly believed would change his ancestry and birthright. Trusting simpleton. Nirn now lies adrift in the Mundus, vulnerable to the parasitic daedra that feast upon the souls of its people. Tharn once asked me outright if the amulet could be used to repair the damage wrought by the soul burst. Subtlety was never part of Abner's repertoire. I could see the scheming machinations behind his eyes even as he pledged his loyalty to me. I think he knew, even then, that he was disposable. Who needs a scheming politician when one aspires to be a god? The answer to this question is, of course, yes. This is why I must seize the amulet and protect it. It is the vessel through which I will supplant my would-be master and assume dominion over 2 worlds. Why would a god settle for just one?
Watch yourself.
So in my spec, considering, hold on, made a sale. In my spec, considering that subclassed abilities cost more, I respect to my main class, and then of course put a ton of stuff into crafting, because why wouldn't I? That's what I do. It's pretty much all I do. Other people craft to play the game. I play the game to craft.
Until you rise again.
This looks like a quest person.
My wife will never know what happened to me.
How can I help?
Take word to my wife. Augustine Deron should know I didn't make it. Please, tell her I love her.
I'll do my best. Put the spell in the wrong place.
Destroy! Thus is the way of the hidden moon.
The Red Guard's iron will cannot be overcome with standard interrogation techniques. Physical tortures appear to be useless. I have therefore instructed the Daedra to move Sai Sahan into the halls of torment. The Duchess will be most pleased to have a new guest. His flesh is strong, but perhaps her tortures of the mind will break him. I have come too far to allow this upstart sword master to thwart my plans. I will find the amulet, one way or another.
This is the information we've been looking for.
Dreamers, our time has come. You have traveled far to walk with us, brother. You've walked far, sister, wandering across a broken world of lies and suffering. You've journeyed long to chant with us. We shall extol the beatific wonders of Vermina. May her dream be unending. Stormhaven lies before us, and we must share her dream. Those who can see, those who will awaken, will join us. We call to the humble and the mighty, those who are weak, those who are blind. She will cast down into madness. Go forth to the tumultuous strife of Wind Keep. Go forth to the tears of the suffering and weeping giant. Go forth, spread the word, herald the dream. We will gather our armies of dreamers. Then we will all return to the city of lies, the city of Wayrest. The heresy of the Eight will be torn down. Dreamers will ascend. Wayrest will become our city of dreams. Our new age has begun. We will join her in eternity. All praise the name of Vermina. Yeah, y'all are crazy. The Duchess of Anguish. It became necessary to relocate Sai Sahan when it became clear that standard interrogation techniques would not work. His will is very strong, no doubt forged during the years he spent training in solitude, attempting to restore the ancient Yukudan art of sword singing. Despite his utter failure to manifest the spirit swords, a task that came as naturally as breathing to the ancient masters, Sai Sahan maintains an unusually strong sense of self. When it was determined that he could resist or outright ignore physical pain, I had him relocated from the dungeons beneath the Imperial City to a location that might be better suited to break his will and extract the information I seek. My contacts amongst Molag Bal's Daedric servants were receptive to the suggestion, after all. It has been years since any of them have had the challenge of breaking a subject with such a strong will. The lovely Duchess of Anguish has a touch that is like razors against the flesh. Her voice sears the mind and soul. Her lips are coated in venom, and her intellect is as sharp as her tongue. She's been practicing her art for uncounted centuries, and I am confident she will extract the information from the Red Guard without killing him. I suppose the Red Guard will need to be disposed of when this is over. Once the information is mine, perhaps I will give him to the Duchess as a gift. She will almost certainly kill him, I think, but first she will enjoy him as a plaything for many long years. Okay.
At last, Sai Sahan has been taken to the Halls of Torment.
Do you know where that is?
Oh yes. It's Cold Harbor's most nefarious prison. The Daedra in the Halls of Torment reach deep into the dark places of a prisoner's mind and torture them with apparitions of the things they most dread.
That sounds a lot like what happened to Lyris.
It's an effective tactic. The Daedra mock our emotional attachments and the memories that form our sense of self. Daedra have no use for such things. They are immortal. It's impossible to kill Daedra, They simply reform over time.
We need to rescue Saisahan. Can you get us to the Halls of Torment?
Of course I can. I am Abner Tharn. But first, I have a bit more research to do. Go back to the Harbridge and tell Varen what we've discovered. I'll meet you there once I've made the necessary preparations.
Very well. Thanks for the portal, Tharn. And of course it looks like an Oblivion Gate. Jerk.
An unexpected visit. What brings you back, Vestige?
Tharn and I discovered where they're keeping Saisahan.
At last! Where can he be found?
Prison in Cold Harbor called the Halls of Torment.
Well done. I will begin searching for a safe route to the Halls of Torment immediately.
Is there anything else?
I was going to say that a river flows and we are slaves to its current. But I am done with riddles and metaphors. I don't know what awaits us. I'm not a prophet. I'm just a foolish old man who glimpsed the wisdom of the scrolls and survived.
But you can find a path to the Halls of Torment, can't you?
When Tharn returns, we will combine our resources. We will find a path to these Halls of Torment soon enough.
Okay. Chronicles of the Five Companions 4. I'm Grand Chancellor Arbiter Tharn, Overlord of Nibene, the head of the Elder Council, advisor to emperors and kings for 117 of the 164 years that I have been alive. I did not come by my position of influence through luck or nepotism, but rather through extreme discipline, ambition, and cunning. And yet, here I am, conspiring with idiots and fools in a musty hole in the ground. How the mighty have fallen. I would have to disagree that he didn't benefit from nepotism. He said his family was advisors for... I mean, come on. That's the epitome of nepotism. I don't think he knows what the word means. Here is to E582, but I am unsure of the precise date. I've lost track, given the gravity of the monumental task that is before us. After reading the previous entries in the Chronicle, I feel it necessary to offer my side of the story, so that I am not misrepresented by future historians. We Tharns have held positions of power throughout Cyrodiil since the day of the Potentate. We are prized for our loyalty to the Empire, our deft political machinations, and our ruthless subjugation or elimination of dissenters within imperial territories. What we do is grim work, but it is necessary if the Empire is to endure. Do I sound boastful and egotistical? Perhaps I am, but I shall put these words to paper so that you, the reader, might understand my views and my actions and their place in the long view of history. For nearly 30 years I advised the savage men of the Reach, from Durkarak to Leovic, as their long, brutish dynasty ravaged the Empire. They had lasted longer than many of the would-be conquerors that came before them. Their alien nature and low heritage made them unfit to stand in the presence of the true-blooded sons of Colovia or Nibene. Their most grave insult came when Leovic, youngest of their line, sought the hand of my 16th daughter, Clivia, in marriage, that she might rule with him as empress. Like his grandfather before him, who married Raxia Tharn, Leovic hoped that our family's connections, a pure Nibbenese bloodline, would somehow legitimize his claim to the Ruby Throne. It was an exercise in futility, and it exasperated me to no end. So when Baron Aquilarius, the son of a Colovian duke and powerful military leader in his own right, contacted me in secret and sought my assistance to depose those foul strangers from the north, I eagerly agreed. The war was long and bloody, but armed with my knowledge of the imperial city, Varan eventually led his army of rebels to the palace gates. Varan drove his sword into Leovic's black-blooded heart and watched him die, choking on his own life-blood at the foot of the ruby throne, and immediately declared himself to be emperor. For my loyalty and assistance he agreed to take my daughter Clivia as his bride. After Varan's betrayal at Manimarco's hand, it pained me to hand the reins of the empire over to another outlander. The King of Worms is a dangerous enemy. To ensure the dominance of necromancy over all other forms of magic, Manimarco immediately cast the Mages Guild out of the imperial city, then had all remaining dissenters arrested as enemies of the state. I did not wish for my name to appear on that very long list, which only grew shorter when the executions began, so I pledged my loyalty. In return, I was granted stewardship of the imperial city. My daughter Clivia, still the Empress Regent, became the titular ruler of the empire, but Manimarco remained the power behind the throne. Of course, Manimarco turned on me the moment my usefulness was expended. I was marginalized and cloistered away in a tower of bones, and my daughter was turned against me, lured by Manimarco's promise to teach her the dark arts that would give her mastery over life and death. But know this, dear reader, I will take the empire back. I will restore order out of chaos. That is my only ambition and my ultimate desire. I will strike down any who stand in my way with all the fires of Daedric sorcery I can command, and those who dare to thwart me shall be damned to the pits of oblivion for all eternity. Huh. I guess Cadwell didn't come with me. I don't know, maybe there was an added step I should take. But I thought that he was, like, hanging out in one of these alcoves. Maybe I missed a step. That's a shame. Okay. Okay, we're in Glenumbra. We're back to doing some Glenumbra stuff, so let's do that. Is this... I have an active effect for 2 minutes. What the hell is it? Allied health bonus. Gain 10% health bonus for 10 minutes. Oh. From the ruins, I would imagine. Okay. Closest to me. As we've learned, these bookmarkers are underground. I'll speak to her, but I'm also going to try to see... This place isn't as active in, in terms of you jump in water, you're safer than... Although, that did not help. Speak to her, but I'm also, there's a dolmen down here, very far out of the way. Let's see how I do. I know my sorcerer can solo them.
The spirit of the weird weeps, for something drives her children mad. I fear for the innocents in this village.
What's going on here?
The forest is enraged, filled with hatred. We tried to calm it as we always have before, but our magic falters. Never have the elemental spirits refused to answer our calls. The grass, the trees, the very earth itself. They're dying.
What can we do?
For now, our purpose is to defend the villagers from these creatures. I can construct a simple ward to protect the mill, but we are far from the weird tree. I shall require a focus.
I'll help. What do you need of me?
Take this creature, born and bound to the essence of Aetherius, and let it guide you to what I need. Hopefully, it will find enough to establish the ward.
Tell me about the weird tree.
The weird tree, the spirit that gives life to this land. My sisters and I are Beldama Weird. We serve the weird tree. We came here to discover why anger infests this part of the forest.
Have you discovered anything?
No, and that worries me. The forest no longer speaks to us. We sensed that something was wrong, and that's why we came here. But beyond that, we are at a loss as to how to make things right.
What will you do with the components?
Let this torch bug fly where it will. Let it guide you to the essence of Aetherius. It will find the soil that is most pure and draw out what I need for my focus.
Okay.
The potential for health or harm.
You aren't one of the villagers.
Dellen's Mill order form. Order for purchaser, Lord Alain Deal. Strong, sturdy lumber to be used in the construction of shipping crates. Crates need to be large enough and strong enough to protect fragile harpy eggs and to contain live harpies. Needs enough lumber to construct a dozen such crates to start. Lord Alain Deal has requested a large order and indicates that he will be placing reorders in a timely manner. Remember that any details pertinent to this order are for fulfillment purposes only. Do not spread any rumors concerning what his lordship may or may not be hunting in the wilderness outside Daggerfall. This order is to be handled with the utmost care and urgency. Let's make sure he receives the highest grade wood that I'm charging him for. If you have any questions, please see me at the mill. Morik Miller.
Who are you to nonchalantly walk through flames and forest? You smell of the city of stone. Have you come to cleave our forest? Rip up our soil? Haven't the spirits already been enraged enough by your kind?
I'm only here to help.
So you say. My sisters and I serve the Beldama Weird. We have a duty to uphold. You? I don't know your true intentions. Still, we could use the help of someone who isn't quite as attached to the forest as we are. You might prove useful after all.
What do you need me to do?
My sister Olina is still out there, probably trapped somewhere between the fires and the enraged forest creatures. The fires burn, our sister is missing, and the villagers are dying. Something needs to be done.
I'll deal with the fires and save anyone who's still alive.
Get everyone back here and we can keep them safe. For a while. In the meantime, we'll work on what to do next. And make sure you put those fires out. This building won't provide much protection if it burns to the ground.
Who are you? Do you live in Dellen's Mill?
We are the Witches of the Weird. We serve the Weird Tree and the forest is our home. If this was Breton against Breton, we would not get involved. But something unnatural caused this. The forest has been wounded, and that concerns the Beldama Weird.
You still came to help.
We stand apart, but we aren't heartless. No one deserves to die for something they haven't done.
Do you know why the forest has become so hostile?
Isn't it obvious? The people of the City of Stone caused this. They have no regard for the natural world. Nature only bends so far before it begins to suffer. Then it reasserts itself. Nature always prevails. That's why the vines appeared.
What vines?
The vines. They started appearing weeks ago, bursting through the soil and spreading throughout Glenumbra. We've never seen such vines before, and even the weird tree was engulfed by the strange growths. Whatever's happening, no one is safe.
gonna head back over this way.
We cannot in swiftness.
Ah, collect water from the well. How? How? Would be lovely if I knew how. Is there a bucket? Oh, you look like a well. Very much so. There's the well.
No more! Mura will not stand for it! You won't hurt any more of Mura's friends!
Job, Mura.
These creatures show up in the night, try to take everything from Mura. This one has worked hard to make friends, find people who would accept her. Mura will not allow these beasts to kill her friends.
There are survivors. They're at the mill.
Do you speak the truth? Mura thought everyone was dead. Now you tell me good news, and hope fills this one's heart.
The Weird Sisters are protecting your friends.
Mura has heard tales of the witches who roam the West. Some good, some bad. This one will not turn down help, though, yes? Mura will find her way back to the mill. Just let one of those creatures get in this one's way.
Good job, Mura. Oh. It's not gonna... I don't have to refill it every time. Okay.
May your spirit know peace.
I don't want to die out here. You've got to help me.
Are you injured?
Injured? Injured? What does that matter? Everyone's dead. I think I'm the only one left.
You're not the only survivor. Head to the mill. The villagers are getting there.
Survivors? I'm not all alone? Oh, thank the eight. I have to get to the mill and see who else is still alive.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can make it to that anchor. I just heard it activate. And then we'll be back. No, there. Anchor pinions hold one of each of these chains. You have to release them during the fight.
Death will mean nothing to me. You are but a minor distraction. Wretched mortals, worms.
Deserving find.
Okay, moving right along, level 42.
It's, good you got here when you did. You were much more, merciful than I was about to be to those creatures.
Are you alright?
Ha! Better than those imps after I get through with them. Assuming you didn't kill them already. You did. Kill them all, I mean, didn't you?
The way's clear to the mill. You'll find safety there.
The mill, of course. Well, if I do run into any hostile creatures along the way, they'll regret the day they decided to invade our village.
Huh? No, I'm scared. You struck me down with the power of your cowering.
Just stay with me. We'll get out of this somehow.
My daughter. She can't be gone.
I'm sorry. But we have to extinguish these fires somehow.
Get ready!
I'm going to join her.
There's no time. Put out these fires, now! Did my sisters send you to aid us?
Yes, you need to head back to the mill.
The Mother Spirits guide us. I tried so hard, but I wasn't able to save more than this single villager. I'll make sure we both get back to the mill.
No! My beautiful daughter! Please say something! You have to be all right. You have to be...
We have to go. We can't stay here any longer. Your daughter's gone.
We can't just leave her here like this. I have to say goodbye. Wait. What are you doing? What's happening?
The water was right there. It's right there.
You will make fine potions with that, I am sure. You give me no choice. Dadna exavija. Do not catch a splinter, Tamit.
Oh my god. Can I talk to you from here? Thank you.
I thought I was the last one left out here. Well, get up here and fight beside me. Today is a glorious day to die.
How many of the creatures have you killed?
Every last one of the damn things that got too close. A Nord never gives up, and a Nord never backs down from a fight. I'll keep fighting and swinging my axe until my arm falls off. And then I'll find a way to fight some more.
The surviving villagers are gathering in the mill. You should join them.
I'm not afraid to die, stranger. But I might as well do it while defending the village. Thanks for the help. I look forward to fighting at your side back at the mill.
Good for you, ma'am. Really, I've met a lot of Nords, and most of them are just gonna get drunk and boast about fighting. They're not actually gonna do it. They're just drunk and cold. And loud. You'd think when an NPC spawns on top of its own doppelganger body, it would have an uh-oh moment. Perhaps this is not the best position to hold.
Perhaps I was too quick to pass judgment on you. These people, including my sister Olina, owe you their lives.
I did what I could.
The remaining fires should burn out soon. You did what you could, but the forest's rage has ravaged this village. It's terrible, for sure. But a small part of me is thankful that these saws won't operate again. My sisters and I should be able to open a path to safety, but we'll need your help again to make this work.
Hold on. Gotta get wood.
Material full of potential.
I mourn the creatures you were forced to kill. They usually aren't so aggressive.
Oh.
I mourn the creatures you were forced to kill. They usually aren't so aggressive.
I've gathered what you need.
May the essence of Aetherius protect us all. Now please, stand back. I must perform the ritual of wording.
I'll just get out of the way.
Oh, I hope this works. There. I think that's done it. Come with me. Good. It worked. That's a perfectly fine ward, if I do say so myself. That ward will buy us some time. Now we have to figure out what to do next.
The villagers can't hide in the mill forever.
Agreed. The mill is safe for now, but we need to get the villagers out of here. My sister Johanna has a plan to help the villagers, but we need your assistance. If you're... My sister Johanna has a plan to help the villagers, but we need your assistance. If you're willing to help us, please talk to her.
That's nice. My first main skill hit 50.
My sisters and I should be able to open a path to safety, but we'll need your help again to make this work.
What do I need to do?
We can travel along the roots of the Weird Tree. That's how we were able to get here so quickly. But there's some kind of corruption in the soil, and now that path is blocked to us. The roots need to be nourished with pure energy.
Where do we get pure energy?
Nothing is more pure than life itself. We can use the life force of the creatures to nourish the roots of the Weird Tree. Kill one of the creatures near each root. Their life essences should provide the power we need to get the villagers out of here.
I'll take care of it.
Look for the roots of the weird around the mill. Remember that those creatures must give up their lives near the roots, or the roots won't absorb their life essences. Any creature you kill away from a root is a life extinguished for no reason.
Tell me more about the Weird Tree's magic.
The Weird Tree sustains us. From its roots, we draw strength. From its leaves, we find comfort. Its roots stretch through all of Nirn, and thus its power touches everything.
Hello, convenient and probably confused Spriggan.
And a cheek!
Come on, Sareth. We love Spriggans.
And no peace.
Yeah, that's more like it. Spriggans are just basically made of get off my lawn. That's, you know... That's them. She's back there.
We were able to get all the villagers through the portal. They're safe in our camp for now.
Anything else you need from me?
I should return to our camp and help protect the villagers. My sisters will continue to look into the madness that occurred here. Perhaps you could help them, if you have an interest. You have earned my respect, Stone Dweller. Thank you. Speak to Helene. There are still questions that require answers.
I didn't want to say anything with all these poor people around. They've already gone through so much. But after studying the situation, I think I know what's going on in the forest. The Weird Tree, the spirit that gives life to this land. My sisters and I are Beldama Weird. We serve the Weird Tree. We came here to discover why anger infests this part of the forest.
Okay, she's not speaking, so I might have already done her quest. It looks like we're clear here. She's no longer a quest giver, and see, Dellen's mill has gone white. Okay. I'm gonna run over here and grab this book.
This isn't what I had hoped for.
Ivory Lord, A Hero Born, Volume 1. The soldier waited with bated breath. His hand gripped the blade haft tightly, turning his knuckles ashen white. His sword arm shook nervously as he stood behind the others, waiting for his chance to strike. Any moment now the Alessian patrol would pass by. He had to wonder, though, what exactly he had gotten himself into. His name was Eric Dellen, and even he didn't know where his part in all this began. An innkeeper's son barely of age. His family tree was literally dripping with proud horse breeders, farm hands, and, like his father, cooks. He had as much warrior's blood flowing through his body as he did muscles in his arms and back, which is to say, almost none. Yet here he stood, armor hanging loosely on his thin frame, holding a sword he barely knew how to use. Eric wished he could say that he joined the militia to gain revenge or honor, that his father and mother had been slain in an Alessian attack, or that the love of his life was taken to the slave camps of an evil Alessian. By the 8th, he would have settled for any excuse in which the Alessians wronged his family. But no, Eric's family was still safe and sound. His pleasantly plump parents happily ran an inn in one of the small towns that dotted High Rock. And the love of his life, well, there was none. He'd never felt the embrace of a damsel or tasted the kiss of a serving wench. So why did he want to fight the Alessians? Well, he'd heard bad things about them, but as far as he was concerned, it was all rumors and innuendo. He had lived a sheltered life. No, the reason Eric stood next to Kishna, the fierce Khajiit maiden, and Kalendin, the handsome Iliad knight, wasn't quite so lofty. It was more mere chance and accident that had led him to this time and place. He'd been sneaking off into the woods at night to practice the same fighting techniques he'd seen the city guard practice. He wanted to learn how to fight, but he didn't want anyone to see him doing it. There was too much of a chance someone would make fun of him. After all, he was just a cook's son. So every night Eric would grab his rusty sword and mismatched armor and head into the woods to train. But tonight would be different. There would be no more practice. As Eric ran through the back alleys to reach his hole in the wall he knew so well, he turned a corner and almost ran right into them. His breath caught in his throat when he saw them. A handful of men and women from different cultures all huddled together, whispering. They wore impressive uniforms and carried even more impressive weapons. Cautiously he approached them, but Eric had little skill or grace. He tripped over his own feet and landed in a puddle with a loud splash. Warriors turned as one, weapons drawn and eyes hard, but they saw his armor and weapon and assumed he was there to meet them. Being too afraid to say otherwise, Eric was welcomed into their group. It was simply a case of mistaken identity. Later he might have called it fate. But tonight was the night Eric Dellen was going to die, and that event would change the world around him forever.
Nothing like finding out that the family estate you inherited is nothing but a pile of ruins. And here I thought my life was finally taking a turn for the better.
What do you mean?
I just found out that this land belongs to me. You see, my father recently passed away. I was reading his journals and learned of this place. I wasn't sure why he kept it a secret until I got here.
What did you find out?
This place is haunted. Makes my skin crawl just getting near the damn place. There are imps everywhere, and the whispers, they threaten me, warn me to stay away. But this is my land now. No bodiless voice is going to make me leave.
Maybe I can find out what's going on.
A Baelborn always pays for services rendered. This place might look like a ruin to you, but it's a part of my family. It's all I have left.
Where should I begin?
Search the ruins. See if you can find a ghost wandering around, or wailing, or rattling chains, or doing whatever ghosts do. Do you think I should hire a priest to perform some kind of ritual? Owning a haunted estate is all rather new to me.
I can handle it, but why didn't you send your guards in?
Damn ghost won't let them in! Why else would I be standing out here?
Do you know what the spirit wants?
That's like asking me why my father Maurice was such a bastard. There are things we aren't meant to know. When the voice whispered to me, it said that the land was no longer mine.
Any idea what that means?
According to my father's journal, this property has belonged to my family for centuries. But Maurice was also a lying bastard whose death was long overdue. He was known for only telling half the story.
Hand in hand, we snuck through the gardens and sat on a bench beneath the moon. The way he looked at me sent shivers down my spine. Our love is forbidden. Still, we care for each other deeply. He plans to tell his parents of our love soon.
I've returned, my love. I missed you so much.
Maurice, what is this? It's beautiful.
My mother's necklace. She gave it to me. Told me to give it to the woman who would become my wife.
Is this what I think it means? Oh, Maurice, this is the happiest day of my life. I didn't steal your necklace, my lady. I swear to you. Your son gave it to me. Maurice, please tell her.
Silence! My son would never give my necklace to a lowly serving girl. I don't know which is worse, your lies or your thieving fingers.
Maurice, please. Tell her of our love. The time we've spent together. Why won't you say anything?
I'm sure she didn't mean to steal it. She's been working awfully hard. Perhaps exhaustion.
Enough! I'll hear no more excuses. Punish her with the whip, and then lock her in the tower.
Claudia's last entry. I never told Maurice. I was waiting to surprise him after the family accepted our love and blessed our union. But that never happened, and Maurice never found out about the baby. Now he'll never know. I can't believe what a coward he turned out to be. He couldn't stand up to his mother, not even to save the life of the woman he loved. Instead, he didn't say a word and left me in this tower to rot. I never should have trusted a Baleborn. I thought about calling the guards and telling them the truth, but I don't want my child to grow up to be a Baleborn. I won't allow that. I'm dying. I pray to any who hear my plea. I don't expect an answer, but I want our deaths to be avenged. Somehow, some way. I'll make the Baleborns pay.
That wasn't such a good idea. It wasn't necessarily a bad idea, but it was most definitely not a good idea.
What happened to you?
After you entered the ruins without any trouble, And I'm not counting the imps, mind you. I assumed that the spirit had fallen asleep or something. Anyway, as we stepped inside, we were hit with a wave of incredible force. It hurt. A lot.
The spirit belongs to a woman who died here after your father mistreated her.
Great. Just great. If you shake my family tree, my father wouldn't be the only bastard to fall out of it. But he might be the worst. We have to reason with this spirit. Show her that I'm not the one who wronged her, and I don't deserve her wrath.
Maybe you should just leave her in peace.
What? Why would I do that? That's a foolish idea. A Baleborn never abandons his property. We need to get rid of her, explain our side, but I'm not really sure how to communicate with a spirit. Maybe you could summon her or something.
And how do you suggest I do that?
You just... well, you... Damn, I don't know. Head back to Daggerfall. The Mages Guild there has a library. They must have a book or a scroll or something that has the information we need.
A useful find.
Okay. Oh, I'm going to go to Stormhaven and tell a woman about her husband's death. The man that we saw in the delve wanted me to tell his wife.
I will stay close to you, Tommy.
We are ready to rescue
do not wish to
Sai-Sahan.
lose my way.
Okay. Ready to rescue Sai-Sahan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Monomyth, Lorcan and Satakal. Lorcan, this creator, trickster, tester, deity, is in every Tamrielic mythic tradition. His most popular name is the Aldmeri Lorcan, or Doom Drum. He convinced or contrived the original spirits to bring about the creation of the mortal plane, upsetting the status quo, much like his father, Padame, had introduced instability into the universe in the beginning place. After the world is materialized, Lorcan is separated from his divine center, sometimes involuntarily, and wanders the creation of the Et-Ada. Interpretations of these events differ widely by culture. Below is only one of the better known. Yokudan Satakal, the World Skin. Satak was first serpent, the snake who came before, and all the worlds to come rested in the glimmer of its scales. But it was so big there was nothing but, and thus it was coiled around and around itself, and the worlds to come slid across each other, but none had room to breathe or even be. And so the worlds called for something to save them, to let them out, but of course there was nothing outside the first serpent, so aid had to come from inside it. And this was Akal, the hungry stomach. Akal made itself known, and Satak could only think about what it was. And it was the best hunger, so it ate and ate. Soon there was enough room to live in the worlds, and things began. These things were new, and they often made mistakes, for there was hardly time to practice being things before. So most things ended quickly, or were not good, or gave up on themselves. Some things were about to start, but they were eaten as Satak got to that part of its body. This was a violent time. Pretty soon, Akal caused Satak to bite its own heart, and that was the end. The hunger, though, refused to stop, even in death. And so the first serpent shed its skin to begin anew as the old world died. Satakal began, and when things realized this pattern, so did they realize what their part in it was. They began to take names, right, like Ruptka, or Tuhuaca, and they strode about looking for their kin. As Satakal ate itself over and over, the strongest spirits learned to bypass the cycle by moving at strange angles. They called this process the walkabout, a way of striding between the world skins. Ruptka was so big that she was able to place the stars in the sky so that weaker spirits might find their way easier. This practice became so easy for the spirits that it became a place called the Far Shores, a time of waiting until the next skin. Ruptka was able to sire many children through the cycles, and so he became known as the Tall Papa. He continued to place stars to map out the void for others, but after so many cycles, there were almost too many spirits to help out. He made himself a helper from the detritus of past skins, and this was Sep, or the second serpent. Sep had much of the hungry stomach still left in him, multiple hungers from multiple skins. He was so hungry he could not think straight. Sometimes he would just eat the spirits he was supposed to help, but Tall Papa would always reach in and take them back out. Finally, tired of helping Tall Papa, Sep went and gathered the rest of the old skins and balled them up, tricking spirits to help him, promising them this was how you reached the new world, by making one out of the old. These spirits loved this way of living, as it was easier, no more jumping from place to place. Many spirits joined in, believing this was good thinking. Tall Papa just shook his head. Pretty soon the spirits on the skin ball started to die, because they were very far from the real world of Satakal, and they found that it was too far to jump into the Far Shores now. The spirits that were left pleaded with Tall Papa to take them back, but grim Ruptka would not, and he told the spirits that they must learn new ways to follow the stars to the Far Shores now. If they could not, then they must live on through their children, which was not the same as before. Sep, however, needed more punishment, and so Tall Papa squashed the snake with a big stick. The hunger fell out of Sep's dead mouth and was the only thing left of the second serpent. While the rest of the new world was allowed to strive back to godhood, Sep could only slink around in a dead skin, or swim about the sky, a hungry void that jealously tried to eat the stars.
What can I do for you?
I bring news of Madisteron's death.
Rough luck. Thanks so much for bringing news. It's better than spending the rest of my life wondering.
Okay, let's go back and do a bit more of Somerset.
This is unheard of. Why have you closed the monastery?
Good people, I hear your concerns.
Well, the workers I hired, they were aboard the ship from Rivenspire.
The kin lady and I, we have only your best interests in mind. Every guest must be sequestered while we ascertain their suitability for Altmer society.
The old Dark's right! Lock up the newcomers!
Send the newcomers back where they came from! We don't want them here!
And there you see why I can't ever play a high elf. You guys are why we can't have nice attitudes.
Such anger! Raz never expected to hear such words from the Queen's loyal subjects. The sentiment isn't universal, but enough feel this way for us to be concerned. Did you learn anything interesting from the people I sent you to talk to?
The artist's assistant and the Red Guard's cousin have both been sequestered.
Sequestered? Just a different word for imprisoned, yes. Ranulph's cousin just arrived, but O'Newell's assistant has lived on Somerset since long before the Queen ever issued her decree. What about the lizard? What did Soxolza have to say?
Soxolza was dead by the time I reached him. I found this letter in his pack.
Why would the Aldar gather up newcomers and non-High Elf residents alike and send them to the monastery? Does the King Lady condone this behavior? Raz's head itches, and not in a good way. Our course is clear, Five Claw. We must go to the monastery.
All right, I'll help you investigate the monastery.
Raz admires your enthusiasm, but this one needs you to enter the monastery on your own. Raz has other fish to catch. This one will help you get past the sentry, though. When you notice that the sentry is distracted, just sleep quietly inside.
You there! I have a... Damn it, why won't this work?
Did you see a golden knight?
I have no idea what that was, and I'm not sure I want to know.
Sentry! Raz owes you for that game of cards and has come to pay. Well, I don't recall any...
You say I won some gold?
Don't you remember? Raz always pays.
List of sequestered guests. Wood elves, 4 males, 3 females, all claim to be Dominion citizens. One says she's lived in Somerset for more than a year, moved to preparation cells. Khajiit, 7 males, 9 females, all claim to be Dominion citizens, send half to the preparation cells, the other half to holding cells. Argonians, 4, gender inconclusive, who can tell with muck swimmers, move to preparation cells for immediate siphoning. Bretons, 1 male, 2 females, claim to be traders from Wayrest. Or did they say Daggerfall? Does it even matter? Why am I writing all this down? What does this new Aldark plan to do with this information? Place in holding cells. Red Guards, 2 males, 4 females, all arrived on a ship from Hammerfell. One says she was sent for Ransul the Trader. Sent half to holding, the other half to preparation. Nords, 1 male, claims to be part of something called the Nord Cultural Exchange. Send to holding. Oh! Nord Cultural Exchange! Okay, this is one of my favorite NPCs in the game. Oh, yay! Yay!
Oh, not now, please. Your spiritual well-being can wait until after my nap.
Where can I find the people that have been sequestered?
You'll have to ask one of the monks that the new Aldark brought with him. They deal with all the newcomer testing and evaluations. I'm just a simple monk trying to catch up on my sleep. That was a hint, by the way.
Tell me about the Aldark and the new monks.
Aldark Tilkala arrived right after the Queen issued her decree. He came highly recommended by King Lady Avanice, or so I heard. It's not unusual for monks to form attachments and move together, but there's something strange about that bunch.
Strange? What do you mean?
The Aldark and his monks keep to themselves. They've taken the Undercroft for their own purposes and ordered the rest of us to avoid the ancient vaults beneath the monastery. Now, please, let me get back to my nap.
You must have some idea where they're sequestering the newcomers.
Again with the questions about the newcomers. Why do you care about the complexities of Altma bureaucracy?
Still, if I had to make a guess, I'd say they were taking into the Undercroft for registration and processing. Now go away.
Anything else I should know about the monastery?
The monastery should be a place of peace and meditation. The Aldork has closed us down until further notice. That means if any of the monks spot you, they'll raise the alarm. Me? I never saw you. Now, if you don't mind, my nap awaits.
Oh, he's made me yawn, like, repeatedly, and that's not great for reciting voices. And now I'm going to keep yawning for, like, the next 20 minutes. I have a highly reactive sympathetic nervous system. Okay, I don't actually remember what happens if you get caught. I mostly remember stealing a bunch of stuff in here, but... Kinlady's letter. My dear Aldark Tilkalar, I'm so glad you suggested transferring to our beloved monastery. I was happy to use my influence to make that happen, especially after that insightful discussion we had concerning Queen Irene's radical and frankly dangerous decree. I look forward to working with you to make sure Shimmerine, and indeed all of Somerset, remains safe and secure. Your plans to sequester newcomers in order to test their suitability for residency in Shimmerine is a stroke of genius. Determining who has the ability and temperament to become productive members of our society. I'm yawning because I thought about yawning. Sorry. And who does not... And who does... Okay. Let me start that again. Determining who has the ability and temperament to become productive members of our society and who does not will allow us to spot troublemakers and lackadaisical transients before any damage is done. It isn't a perfect solution, but it will suffice until we can urge the unforeseen queen to rescind this order and send all the Nabara, the unwelcome, back to where they came from. Send me a list of candidates you deem acceptable for life in Somerset. I'm sure a proxy queen Alwynarwe will appreciate having documentation considering who we permit to stay and who we send away. I keep saying that Somerset is sacrosanct. Let Oradan deal with the other races. After all, our beloved queen spends all her time there anyway, carousing with cats and wood elves. I'm sure she'd love more company. Kinlady Avenice. Yep, I mostly stole everything here, pretty sure. Lots of theft.
You belong on the other side of that door.
Okay. Abyssal Pearl.
Unusual knick-knack for an Aldark's office, wouldn't you agree?
Talk to Valsiren.
I noticed you skulking around while I was engaged in some skulking of my own. I suppose we both came to the monastery with a similar purpose in mind.
And what purpose would that be?
The sequestered newcomers. I came to find out what happened to a friend. I assume that's what brought you here as well? A house of worship shouldn't be used as an internment camp, and it shouldn't be locked to the public either.
I saw a pearl like that. There were strange creatures nearby.
Interesting. I've never seen anything quite like it. I find it intriguing and a bit disturbing. But we aren't here to discuss curios. Strange creatures notwithstanding, we need to find out what's happening with the missing newcomers.
How did you happen to get past the sentry, by the way?
The sentry doesn't appear to have stopped you, so I could ask you the same question. Let's just agree that we both have our methods. Curious, but I feel that there's more going on in Shimmerine than the usual politics and community relations.
What else could be going on here?
That's the question, my cautious friend. We have a newly appointed Aldark and a disgruntled Kinlady, both opposed to the Queen's decree. What's their connection to the missing newcomers? I was about to explore the Undercroft. Care to join me?
I'll meet you in the Undercroft.
A curious pearl. I wonder where the Aldark acquired it. Probably not important. I'll meet you in the Undercroft, and we can see what's going on with the newcomers.
Did someone tell you you could be here? I think not.
I have a note that says I could do what I want.
Something's wrong down here. I sense magic. Vile magic. Cages?
Thank the divines! You aren't one of the monks. Please, let me out of here.
Why did they lock you in a cage?
It's a nightmare. We came to Somerset to seek new opportunities. We barely stepped off the ship when they marched us to the monastery. Instead of questioning us or the usual high elf bureaucracy, they locked us in these cages.
There are only a few of you here. Where are the rest of the newcomers?
The monks gathered them a few moments ago and took them through the door on the far side of the chamber. Please, let me out of here before they take me away like the others.
I'll unlock the cage and see what's going on in the next chamber.
Is that a scoffin?
Oh, thank you for setting me free.
A Daedra. Here? And that's a scoffin, if I remember my Daedric recitations correctly. Very curious.
What's a dead scoffin doing in a monastery devoted to the Eight?
An excellent question, and one I hope to find the answer to. From the evidence before us, it appears this Nord killed the scoffin before he succumbed to his own wounds. Good for him. I found this key on the creature's belt, so we can open that door.
That's where the prisoner said the monks took the rest of the newcomers.
Then I suggest we pick up the pace. We need to determine what's actually happening down here, and who's behind all this. Without answers to those questions, we won't be able to decide on our best course of action.
What about your missing friend?
I'll explain everything later. For now, we need to hurry.
Are we gonna let the other people out of the Okay.
More newcomers? Unfortunately, the magic only affects those who have been prepared. But never fear. Your turn will come.
Daedric cultists? I'll deal with the pearl. You hold off these creatures. The pearl's magic attracts these creatures. Hold them off while I complete my spell.
Can Artaeum make this swift?
Come on, let's talk outside. Those poor people. This wasn't just about newcomers and opposing the Queen's decree. That was Daedric magic back there. I just wish we had arrived a few moments earlier.
What happened to the pearl? Did you destroy it?
I promised to explain what I know. I suppose that now's as good a time as any. I'm a member of the Sigic Order. Our Rite Master sent me to investigate a warning we received about a plot involving Somerset. My inquiries led me here.
Sigic Order?
The Sigic Order is an ancient magical monastic society. We served as advisors to the rulers of Tamriel, but that was before we removed our island home from the world. Now this threat has drawn us back. But why are you involved in all this?
Well, I'm working with Razumdar, one of the Queen's eyes, but what happened to the pearl?
An eye of the Queen? Interesting. I diffused the Daedric magic and transported the pearl to Artaeum, the Sigic island, for safekeeping and study, so we can learn more about it. But we can discuss this further once we get out of here.
All right, let's go.
Living on Artaeum for a few centuries doesn't prepare you for physical activity. Let the Eye of the Queen know what we discovered, and I'll catch up with you later.
I've got what you need.
Ah, this one's new partner returns. What interesting scandal did you uncover in the monastery? Tell Raz every juicy detail.
The people that were sequestered were killed to power a Daedric ritual. I found this letter.
That isn't the kind of scandal Raz was hoping for. Murder, Daedric rituals, and traitorous behavior have a way of ruining an otherwise perfect day. We need to learn the extent of the Kin Lady's involvement, and by we, Raz means you.
You want me to go and accuse the Kin Lady of conspiring with a Daedric cult?
Accuse? Not exactly. Raz wants you to talk to her, see what she knows about the Old Dark. The Kin Lady is meeting with local leaders. Attend that meeting and learn the truth. This invitation and set of elegant clothes will get you through the door.
I also met a mage from the Sigic Order in the monastery.
A Sigic? Raz has heard rumors, but there are always rumors about the Sigics. For an island of sages who disappeared more than 300 years ago, they certainly seem to get around. Did this Sigic mage say what the Order was investigating?
Something about a warning, and she seemed pretty interested in the life-sucking pearl.
There was a life-sucking pearl? You should probably have led with that bit of information. Well, we can worry about the Sigic mage and figure out where these pearls came from later. For now, go see what the Kin Lady has to say.
Didn't you speak to the Kin Lady? You do work for the Queen, after all.
Kin Lady Avanice and Raz do not get along. You see, there was a horse, a platter of pudding tarts, and... No. This one won't bore you with the sordid details. Besides, everyone behaves well when they see Raz. You will learn more than I would.
I don't know why Raz's room is a mess. It's just the painting that's a mess. Which it shouldn't be, because it's completely blank. Look. Zareth, you're kind of scaring me. This is kind of Blair Witchy. Alright, we're going.
Yes? And who might you be?
I need to speak with Kinlady Avenice.
The Kin Lady is currently engaged. She's holding a conference with Shimmerine's elite to discuss certain political matters.
I have an invitation.
Yes, so you do. And may I say that your outfit is suitably elegant. Please, head into the garden.
Thank you. Yes. A rejection of open borders. By Kinlady Avenice of Shimmerine. The unforeseen queen continues to impose her radical ideals upon the loyal subjects, inflicting all manner of change and sorrow upon this pristine and uncompromising land. Her attempts to elevate the other races and put them on equal footing with the Altmer is simply unnatural. Everyone knows the value of high elven supremacy, so why try to weaken it with these impure and totally unwarranted decrees? Let it be known that the people of Shimmerine and their Kinlady shall endeavor to do everything in our power to oppose this unreasonable and ultimately dangerous decree. Why do I reject an end to the pristine nature of Somerset? Why, because of logic, of course. It is a well-documented fact that the Altmer are superior in every way to the lesser races that share our world. After all, who else can trace their lineage directly to the Aedra? We proudly proclaim our divine heritage. Unlike the other races, we are not the creations of the gods. We are their descendants. Our genetic lineage can be traced to the original Altmer race, through the Elnofe to the divine Ada themselves. For this reason, and this reason alone, we should be permitted to preserve our pure bloodlines and maintain the sanctity of our perfect island home. Should the adventurous queen desire more proof, we need only look to our stature, our golden hue, and our natural inclination toward magic. The other races cannot compete with us in intellectual pursuits. They just aren't equipped for such a battle. Ours is the first true culture of Tamriel, and we remain the most civilized of all the races. This fact cannot be refuted. We provided the basis for religion, language, and even architecture, and our influence can be seen across the continent. For all that we have provided, we should be allowed to keep a small piece of the world as solely our own. Beyond these self-evident truths, we must consider the poor lesser races as well. How cruel it would be to subject them to the rigors and requirements of our exacting culture and societal mores. They simply aren't equipped to handle the precision our customs and traditions demand. Should we embarrass them for these failings? Or worse yet, should we amplify their deficiencies by setting a lesser standard for them to adhere to? They would call us cruel, and rightly so. Let us keep the metaphorical gates closed, and then neither side will suffer any sorrow or discomfort. Allowing the lesser races to migrate to Somerset doesn't do them any favors. Quite the opposite. It will ultimately hurt them in the end. Keep Somerset pure. Keep Somerset pristine. Keep Somerset for the Altmer. Anything else makes no sense whatsoever.
We all have concerns regarding the Queen's decree. I assure you that I am working with all Dark Takala to safeguard the sanctity of Shimmerine and all of Somerset. Enjoy the food and drink. Business of the city requires my attention, but I shall rejoin you shortly.
How bold of you! The Neberah dares to stand in my holy presence. Very well, bold Neberah. What can the new Aldark of Shimmerine do for you? And please, try not to bore me or spray any spittle on my spotless vestments.
I hear that you and the Kin Lady have a plan for administering the Queen's decree.
You heard that somewhere, did you? I'll have to have a discussion with the Divine Prosecution about how lax our security has become. No, I jest. The Kin Lady and I have nothing but the best interests of Somerset and the newcomers in mind.
Is that why you're sequestering newcomers and other non-high elves beneath the monastery?
You really are well informed about things here in Shimmerine, aren't you? For a Neberah.
We just read this. Neberah means the unwelcome, but I'll ask anyway. You keep calling me Neberah. What does that mean?
You're right. Where are my manners? Using a word you couldn't possibly be expected to understand. It means unwelcome. As in, you are not welcome here.
I see. And is it common for a high elf monks to conspire with Daedra?
That's a serious accusation to toss around so casually. What did you say your name was again? I want to make sure to add it to the Divine Prosecution's observation log. For your own protection, you understand.
If you'll excuse me, Aldark Tilkalar, I just remembered I have someplace else to be.
I suddenly remembered some business I need to deal with as well. Feel free to pester the other guests in my absence.
How dare you barge into my home without so much as a by your leave? No, I refuse to deal with one of the Queen's guests, especially not in my own home. How did you get in here, by the way? No, never mind that. Since you found your way in, I assume you can find your way back out, before I call the guards.
Why do you oppose the Queen's decree?
Such innocence. You really want to know why I oppose the Queen's order to allow newcomers to enter Somerset? Because I'm trying to protect both the island and the newcomers. It's in everyone's best interest that we maintain a separation.
And the Aldark agrees with your efforts to protect the island and the newcomers?
Aldark Tilkala came highly recommended. He has grand plans for protecting Shimmerine. Grand plans. Unfortunately, in my haste to deal with the Queen's decree, I may have made an error in judgment.
An error in judgment?
Not that it's any concern of yours, but my Chancellor has been unable to verify the Aldark's existence prior to when we met, and I recommended him for the position at the monastery. I assure you, Kin Lord Millenfell praised Tilkala to no end.
And were you aware that the Aldark's monks are killing the newcomers under the monastery?
That's preposterous. Aldark Tilkala sequesters the newcomers to ascertain their suitability for life in Somerset. Those who pass will find a place here. As for the rest, they'll be returned to wherever they came from. That's what we agreed to.
It sounds like you should see for yourself what's happening at the monastery.
My lady, one of the monks said to deliver this message. It's from the Aldark himself.
The Coral Forest. An odd location for a meeting, but I need to hear the Aldark's explanation.
You're not a book, you're sunlight. I mean, I guess sunlight's okay. My god, I always get lost here. I know there were stairs. Ah. I have a house just like this. You'd think I'd know my way around, but I don't. I don't spend much time there. But it's beautifully furnished.
Pretend you are adjusting your boot or admiring the architecture. As hard as it may be, look anywhere but directly at Raz. Good, good. Now, tell Raz what you learned at the King Lady's manor.
I wish I could hang out with Roz all day. The King Lady believes that the newcomers are being sequestered and sent away.
Raz thinks Avanis is as naive as she is complicit, but she is not a murderer. This new Aldark, though, has so much blood on his hands, it looks like he's wearing red gloves. From what I could discover, he didn't exist before he came to Shimmerin.
I overheard that the King Lady was going to meet the Aldark in the Coral Forest.
The Coral Forest? A strange meeting place. Raz thinks we should go and see what the Aldark is up to. After I take back that outfit, I might need it again later. Ah, you have a pretty admirer, my friend. The Sijic Sage, yes? Here she comes now.
Let me find out what Valsiren has to say.
I'm glad I found you. While watching the King Lady's mansion, I saw her ladyship sneak out the back and leave the city.
The King Lady is meeting the Aldark in the Coral Forest. Raz smells something, and it isn't moon sugar biscuits.
Your reputation precedes you, Eye of the Queen. I am Valsiren of the Sijic Order, and I agree that the Aldark is more than a simple monk.
We should work together, yes? But let's travel separately, to avoid attracting unwanted attention. Raz will find you both at the Coral Forest.
One of Somerset's more unique environments, the Coral Forest. I used to love coming here when I was growing up. We need to find out why the Aldark asked King Lady Avanis to meet him out here.
How do we find the Aldark and the Kin Lady?
Based on what we saw in the monastery's undercroft, I'm hesitant to use magic to locate them. I suppose we'll have to find them through mundane means. Too bad the Queen's spy isn't here yet. I understand he's good at this sort of thing.
I will watch over you.
They're so cute. The baby ones. Look at them. Look at you. You're the best. Oh. Okay, I'll leave you alone. Mom! This weird lady's bothering me.
Murder! That wasn't part of the plan, Oldark.
You know nothing of the plan, you fool. Let me give you a taste of what the Prince of Bargains has in store for this pitiful world.
Your prince! I want no part of Daedra. Help!
Prince of Bargains is Clavicus
I'll
Vile,
go
yes?
after the kin lady. You deal with the
Swift as
Oldark.
canal.
Come, Nebara! Let me show you the path. Yagra! Destroy these...
He didn't even get to finish his monologuing. Well, that's some Clavicus Vile stuff happening right there. I think.
Razumdar apprehended the kin lady. They're at the west edge of the coral forest. What happened to Aldark Tilkalar? Did he escape?
Aldark Tilkalar is dead. I heard him mention the Prince of Bargains.
I think we can conclude that Tilkalar wasn't actually an Oldark. At least, not with his connection to the Prince of Bargains' Clavicus Vile. Strange magic and creatures worry me, however. Hopefully the pearl I sent to Artaeum can tell us more.
You think you can learn something from the pearl?
You'd be surprised what a particular object can reveal if you know how to unlock its secrets. I need to return and tell Right Master Aekisis all that transpired here. If you're willing, I'd like you to come to Artaeum and confirm my story.
Who's Right Master Aekisis?
The Right Master leads the Sijic Order from Kapora Tower on the island of Artaeum. This spell attunes you to a portal near Shimmerine in the ruins of the Keep of 11 Forces. It always leads to Artaeum, no matter the island's current location.
I'll go to Artaeum and talk to the Right Master after I check in with Razumdar.
One more adjustment and there! You are now attuned. Find me on Artaeum after you finish with the Eye of the Queen.
Okay. That is the intro quest to Artaeum. And this is a salamander. Slowly he turns. Step by step, inch by inch.
Ah, Five Claw. The Kin Lady and Raz had the most illuminating conversation.
You can't treat me like some sort of criminal, you horrid creature.
Weirdly, he's the 5 claw. I don't have claws, and we both have 5 fingers.
Queen Irene will be disappointed that the Kin Lady of Shimmerine allowed a false Oldark to murder so many newcomers. Such a scandal makes other travelers uneasy about coming here, yes?
The Aldark called on the Prince of Bargains before I killed him.
The Prince of Bargains? That could only be Clavicus Vile. What oblivion-inspired nest of vipers has Raz stumbled into? This one has a very bad feeling about all of this. Where is the Sijic sage? Raz would like to ask her what she thinks.
Vasiran returned to Artaeum. She invited me to come and speak to their Right Master.
The Sijic Order's interest in all of this concerns Razumdar. This one has never had much love of magic, or those that practice the art. On the other hand, now Raz has his own person on the inside. An Eye of Raz, if you will, yes?
Vasiran said the Order would try to find out more about the Aldark and the Abyssal Pearls.
Then you must go to Artaeum and discover what the Sijics have learned. When you return, you can tell Raz all about it so he can pass it along to the Queen. Yes, Raz likes this plan. In the meantime, Raz will investigate the Daedric connection.
Have you come to gloat? To kick me while I wallow in my own misery? Well, go ahead. I deserve it.
How did you get involved with Aldar Tilkalar?
I met him at Kinlord Millenthal's party in Eleanor. We had similar ideas about the Queen's decree, and I recommended that he lead the monastery. Somerset isn't a stew pot, and the various races aren't ingredients to be sprinkled in like so much spice.
So you knew he planned to kill the newcomers?
What a hateful accusation. Tilkala told me he was going to send them back where they came from. I had no idea he planned to kill them. I give you my word. I just wanted the newcomers to go away. And to find out he worshipped Daedra? How crude.
Do all of the monks at the monastery worship Daedra?
I certainly hope not. We'll have to get the divine prosecution in there to gather up the monks Tilkala brought with him to Shimmerine. We can't have Daedric cultists desecrating a holy site. I suppose I need to beg for mercy from the proxy queen.
That would probably be best. Okay. Okay, we're not far from it. So the Sijic lore is that these are powerful mage monks, essentially, who settled on this island, which is incredibly peaceful. They usually do not try to affect politics, but they will step in if there is a gigantic magical event. You see them in Skyrim. And occasionally, their island simply disappears. You need a special, it's out of place and time, you need a special dispensation or attunement to get to there. So, here we go. So yes, this island, canonically, doesn't have... It's peaceful, so there really aren't roaming bad guys. There are a couple of delves. But the questline will take place in the wider world. I remember there is a merchant here. I don't remember what they sell, but I remember doing a lot of farming to get what they sold.
Before I was a member of the Sijic Order, I was a simple shopkeeper's daughter. Even now I find such work soothes me.
Okay, let's see, lead... Oh, okay, yeah, it was a whole bunch of blueprints. You need to get enough faction to buy. And my sorcerer did all of that, so she can make all of this. Oh, well, so here you can see my mod. So she knows how to make the book stack levitating. You can see her name. So these are all the names. I can't actually move over, but these are all the names of my alts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the other 15. And that will show which ones have it. So she'll have a couple of these ones that she really liked. Of course, it had to do with books. Visit Somerset. Queen Irene has at long last decreed that the ancestral home of the High Elves shall be open to all, visitors, traders, and immigrants alike. The grace and intellect of the Golden Altmer race are renowned. Now you too can bask in their ancestral homeland. Come for adventure, come for the fame and glory. Come to explore a land of beauty and magic unlike anywhere else in Tamriel. You are welcome, newcomer. Boats leave regularly from docks in most major cities. Come, be sacrificed to Clavicus.
And there was no sign of Lathan. I don't know whether to be grateful or concerned.
We'll find him, Val. Now go check on the Pearl while I speak to our new guest.
Also, Iakesis, if I remember correctly, is the name of one of the Greek fates. And so, yeah, a lot of this has to do with, there's time travel, and there is concern with being careful about fate.
What a rare honor Valcerin bestowed upon you. Only a select few not of our order have ever walked upon this sacred island. Val tells me your aid was indispensable in uncovering the false Aldark's plot on Somerset.
We discovered that newcomers in Somerset were being murdered to power the Abyssal Pearls.
Unfortunate, certainly. The magic you describe sounds familiar, though I can't quite recall where I've heard of it before. I fear the pearls may be a harbinger of the threat Sothasil warned us about.
Sothasil? What threat? I don't understand.
Sothasil, one of the living gods of the Dark Elf Tribunal. He's an honorary member of our order. After an attack on his clockwork city, he warned us about a Daedric threat to Somerset and Artaeum. I sent Valcerin to investigate.
Is there anything more I can do to help?
Indeed. But not until we finish studying the pearl Valcerin brought us. There are mysteries to unravel, and Val believes you will be instrumental to our success. We can get started immediately, unless you want to explore our island first. The next step involves a thorough examination of the strange pearl you and Valcerin recovered from beneath the Shimmerine Monastery. Hopefully, we can learn more about the false Aldark and the source of the pearl's magic.
You can use magic to get to the pearl to reveal it. You can use magic to get the pearl to reveal all that?
We are the Psijic Order, friend of Valcerin. There is very little we cannot accomplish through the application of the old ways. Every object remembers its history. The trick involves selecting the correct ritual to reveal those buried memories.
Can I do anything to help?
While I head inside to begin the augury ritual, I'd like you to go to Sothasil's study in the tower, find my acolyte, Oriandra, and ask her for Sothasil's amplification elixir. We may need it if the pearl proves to be resistant to our magic.
I'll find Oriandra and get the amplification elixir. Okay, so that is the lead in. Look at this beautiful place. Just come over here. There really just isn't that much that's gonna hurt you here. We come out over here and look out over the beautiful ocean. So, if you look up, there are either multiple suns or multiple stars, or that may be a constellation or the dome. Maybe the dome protecting Artaeum, but it's beautiful. So, I hope you have a lovely time of day wherever you are, and I hope you join me again.